Hi, I'm Kelly Vaughn, and this is Inside Indy. The fight against crime in our community continues, and there's an interesting, unique weapon that's in the making at the Indianapolis Public Library. And here to tell us about that are Cordia Watkins, and we have Tony Radford, and both are from the Indianapolis Public Library's African American Committee.
Yes.
And their new exhibit called Killin, right?
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, welcome to Inside Indy.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now you're the curator,
The local curator.
the local
right?
curator of this exhibit. So tell us about it, and it's kind of the title tells us a lot. Killin.
Right. Well, actually, I first heard about it last year. I was on internet, and I saw it on Black Art in America, and then I saw that it was James Pate, which I've known over 15 years. And after reading about the content of the exhibit, I knew I wanted to try to bring it to Indy because of the gun violence and black-on-black crime here in the city. So I then took it to our president, Cordia, and said, I think this is the exhibit we need to bring to Indy. Mm-hmm. She gave her the information, she took it and looked it over, got back with me and said, yeah, you're right. We took it to the committee, and I think it was 15-1. Everybody voted to bring the exhibit here. Then we had to take it to the director, and we didn't know what to expect, but we were going to try to bring the exhibit here in 2015, and she was like, no, this is what's happening now. So I think she told us she just got out of a city-county council meeting, and that was the focus, was all the gun violence. So she asked us if this was in April, if we could get it together between April and now, and we did. Mm-hmm. We got busy and got with the committee. We've worked with our programming department, worked with John Barnes, our media specialist, and we made it happen. Okay. We got it here.
Very cool. So tell us about the exhibit. If people were to go, what can they see? And you can go first then.
Okay. Well, you're going to see 13 images, all in charcoal, one in painting. Mm-hmm. And what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of guns, because that's what's going to draw you in. But you have to look deep in the picture. You have to look at read the captions to understand what you're looking at. It's a lot of history in some of the pictures. Like in one picture, he's got brothers and sisters that sat at the lunch counters in the 60s who got spit on and beat up, fighting for our right to be able to sit in a restaurant and eat. And then you got all this gun violence. The show actually takes black-on-black crime.
Okay.
And
so that particular piece where they're sitting at the lunch counter, is it kind of a slap in the face to those people at the counter? Is that what it's about for you?
That is
Correct.
exactly what he is displaying. I mean, there's a picture of the Buffalo soldiers who are out here fighting to save us, and then we have people on the streets dealing cocaine and with violence, gun violence, and that is exactly his point. Mm-hmm. His point basically is that we are now doing the killing for the KKK, or as if the KKK, we're killing our own self now. Mm-hmm. That is exactly his point of view, and that is exactly what you will see. But every picture, if you look past the gun, you will see some type of African American history. You just got to look past the guns.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. And I've got some more questions to that point, but I want you to finish telling us what else we would see when we take a tour of the exhibit.
Well, you also see, like I say, you have to look deep in the picture. You'll see in some pictures it's not history, but they have, where stray bullets or, hitting innocent people. Little girls jump roping. You just see all sorts of things. You'll see a shrine and shrines like you see on telephone poles across all over the city when somebody passes or something, and they. So you're just going to see all kind of interesting details in the picture. So it's very important, like I say, to get past what draws you in, which is the gun, and look deep into the picture and make sure that you read the captions.
Now we have, is this your opening here? We're seeing some
Yes.
pictures here. I see Mayor Greg Ballard and some
Dean
other
Davis,
folks.
the curator in the middle, and Jackie Needis, our CEO.
Okay, okay. And so, and this opened when?
Opened this past Monday. I mean, this past Tuesday on the 20th.
Okay, okay.
We could have just bought the exhibit and put it out and made it a really nice exhibit. Our choice was to do something a little different. The library wants to stand for peace. So also in our exhibit, we've added some things. We have a Stand for Peace declaration that we're asking everyone to sign.
Okay.
There's basically a fence where you can actually write someone's name that has passed away that you know of.
Okay.
We also, at our opening, we read off the names of all 70-something people who have passed away just in 2014. That was part of our opening, just recognizing them, explaining to the public that we've lost all these people basically to gun violence. Now, the names that were read were not all African Americans. They were just all of the names that have passed away from gun violence just this year.
Okay. On the opening day, what did Greg Ballard have any comment, or what was his input on as far as the exhibit went, his reaction to it?
He thought that the exhibit was very powerful, provoking. It is exactly what the community is trying to do, different, to try to come up with solutions, which is why the library, we want to be a part of the solution as well. And so that is exactly what he's trying to do now, find solutions.
So what do you expect to accomplish with it? Because I take it it's not just everybody come out and see this is interesting history, but you want something from this, right? What do you want to see happen, Tony?
Well, I'm a firm believer, like I say, when you get everybody in one building or one atmosphere, that you can people start talking, people start networking, and you know, we've invited community groups, school groups. We're still going to bring the artists here in September, and hopefully, like I say, these organizations will start networking and start talking. So the whole thing for me is to get dialogue started, to get something started, and hopefully that our commitment is to continue even when the exhibit is gone. I think we've got another sculpture that's going to be on the east line by a firefighter who's doing this sculpture using all gun parts.
Oh yeah,
So-
I've seen that before. I got a sneak peek of that at the Sheriff Don Layton had that on exhibit at their offices. I saw that. Very interesting.
And we hope in the library system to maybe have discussion points later on down the road. So it's just basically, like I said, to get dialogue started, to get everybody's attention and let them know, you know, exactly, just putting it out there and making it relevant.
What about you, Cordia? What do you hope to accomplish with this exhibit?
For our hopes, we are focusing on grades 6 through 12. And when they come through, they will go through an experience, is what we're calling it. They will view the exhibit, take the time to view the exhibit, and then we will take them and we do some debriefing. We had plenty of volunteers that came out and went through a training session to be able to talk to youth about this type of exhibit. We'd go through a debriefing, and then they get to like pick and choose an activity, such as an art project, such as a poetry project, such as music, and they can choose to talk about their experience. And then we podcast it and we run it back through our exhibit so that when people come through, they can hear what the students are saying. We want to save at least one child. That is exactly what we want. We want them to dedicate their life to stand for peace. We want them to also stand and take the stand with us. So that is exactly what we want. We want to save at least one child.
Okay, we're talking about the Killing Kin exhibit at the Indianapolis Public Library downtown, which is 40 East St. Clair Street. People obviously know where that gorgeous building is, right off Meridian Street. And now when people go into the library, where is the exhibit located?
Right off the St. Clair Street entrance in our gallery area. When you come through the front doors on St. Clair, you directly to the left is the exhibit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you don't have to go far.
No.
You know, though we like to walk around. It's a gorgeous place to just relax or read a book or you know, go over to the bar. What do they have? This snack bar area and then kind of check everything out. So that's pretty cool. Okay, because I think that's key. A lot of times people say, "Oh, the exhibit's
Where
there,"
is
but
it?
when I
Yes.
get there, where is it?
Yes.
So okay. So now I have the booklet here that with artist James Pate. Tell me a little bit more about him, because you said this exhibit is going around the country.
Mhm.
Okay, so what places has it been to thus far?
It's been to Sarasota, Chicago.
Okay.
It opened in Dayton, and I think when it leaves here, it's going to North Carolina.
Okay.
correct.
Okay. And you said you were very familiar with James Pate's work.
Yes, I met Bing Davis, who's the curator and responsible for getting the show on the road a little over 20 years ago, and he introduced a group of Indianapolis artists to a group of Dayton artists, and we've actually worked together between the both states. They've done exhibits here with us, and we've done a few exhibits up in Dayton. And whatever we do, they support us, and whatever they do, we go down and support them. So I think I was introduced to James probably about 16 years ago through Bing Davis.
And this one picture here, we had shown one earlier, I believe, but this is just incredible, very powerful
It is.
picture.
It is.
Drawing, I guess this would be a pencil drawing?
Charcoal.
Charcoal. So now, are the duplicates, are these for sale? Can these be sold? Are you selling them? Can you buy them?
I think the
Prints?
artist may have prints when he comes, and he'll do an autograph session after his lecture.
Yeah, because I could see, like, I'd love to have one of these. You know, just, I mean, that is so cool on display. And you think about even in your home or, you know, so this is very, very cool. And it's free.
It's
right?
free and open to the public.
Yeah, okay.
And James will also be back for our annual 27th one of Meet the Artists.
Oh,
so
okay.
you'll get to, he's going to tone it down, and you'll get to see some of his other works as
Okay.
well.
And when is Meet the Artist? Remind folks when that is.
It opens January the 29th, I think. Our gala reception is February the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So we're hopefully going to plan something really nice for Valentine's Day. Alfred Blackburn, of course, is doing our fashion show, and I know she's going to bring something. So.
Okay, and very quickly, do you have something in September regarding this, or it's just that the exhibit is open until the, when does this end?
This ends on September the 28th.
Oh, the 28th, okay.
Now, Duke would love to have everyone come out on September the 20th
Okay.
to actually meet the artist James Pate. Thus far, he has not been here. He is in New York studying under another great artist. But being Davis, the curator, has been here. We've had the opening, and then we've also had Leaders Stand for Peace. And actually, Sheriff John Layton spoke at that.
Okay.
And also got to see, and a lot of community leaders were able to come out. But the actual artist will be here on September the 20th.
Okay, sounds good to me. Cordia Watkins and Tony Radford, both of the Indianapolis Public Library's African American History Committee, and the big exhibit, Kin, Killing Kin, at the library downtown. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
On
us.
Inside Indy. And when we come back, how you can honor the vet in your life.